What up, lads? So, we have a new game. And it's a PS2 game called GhostHunter. Now, if you're not familiar with this game, I think it's going to be the exact opposite of what you think it's going to be. Excuse me. Off the name of the title, what would you think it would be? Some sort of horror type game? Wrong. I don't think so, Andy.
By the way, it is just me and Spencer.
Oh yeah, that's right. No Parker, no Trevor, or no Parker, no Ben, no Nick. So there's a little bit of story. 2-3 minutes of glorious story. By the way,
I've always seen this game, but I never saw anything about it or played it at all.
The voice acting cast of this is all-star. This guy is literally Gandalf, the second Gandalf. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's the guy. You'll see him.
You mean Dumbledore?
Dumbledore. Yeah, Dumbledore. Whoops!
Parker is seething.
So mad. That guy, the guy in the picture. He has like the fancy hair and everything. From what I can tell, he's the main bad guy. I'm not super far into this game. Uh-oh. What's going on here?
That there's ghosts in this game.
See, originally when I picked this game up yesterday, when I was looking for a game to do an LP on, I was like, oh, it's going to be a horror game like Haunting Ground or something like that. And not so fast, Danny.
I mean, even the... I don't know. Even the box art does not really say, horror game to me.
Yeah, it's true. This is made by Namco.
It's also teen instead of mature.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. I literally never...
So what, this
Thought
takes
about
place
that.
in the future? I never would have guessed that.
This is made... Jump over.
That was epic.
Dude. Hella epic. I said it. I went there.
Kate!
This guy. That's Dumbledore.
Literally looks like Kane from Legacy of Kain.
Bum, 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 bum.
Is the guy that was shooting the dual pistols the main character? Or...
No, I actually don't know who he is.
Huh.
At least so far yet in the game. So the main character, you're going to recognize his voice. Any of us, 90s kids. You're going to recognize his voice. He was, every character in Animaniacs. He was pretty much every, small character on every 90s cartoon ever. The second you hear his voice, you're going to be like, oh, yeah.
There's nobody to shoot.
There's you.
Exactly.
Is that the
They're a
guy?
bunch of
Yeah.
shadows. Hey, keep the gun away.
So what is this place?
Read the sign.
Just
No, what I meant was...
every...
What I meant was, what are we...
I know what you meant.
She likes me. No doubt about it, she likes me.
So you are a cop in Detroit.
The Detroit school murders?
The best job in the
Nationals.
world.
You probably didn't get it in the Kalamazoo Gazette. Night of a school play here. Some Professor Brooke murders 10 students and then scoots.
Wow. Was there an arrest?
No, he vanished. No weapon ever found. No motive. All investigation ran dry 6 months in.
Cause of death?
Never established. Autopsies drew a
Oh, and also the reason you're here is somebody...
of the bodies. Yeah.
I guess they'll go into it into a second.
Detroit PD took quite a mulling over it, so we respond to every crank call. Big unsolved like this sure draws the freaks out of the woodwork. Makes even your average Joe skittish.
So, so we've had a call?
Calls. Demolition crew with overactive imagination.
So literally, because of that, unsolved murder in the past, a demolition crew called and was like, hey, we saw some weird stuff. And they literally have to send 2 officers out. And she says, just check out the basement, meet back in 30 minutes. So that's a hell of a check.
Guys from division down in the basement wearing Halloween masks.
What, do you expect them to go in there for 5 minutes and then leave?
You think you're worth that kind of effort?
Yeah, pretty much.
I look like a prankster?
I don't know, 30 seems...
Okay, 30 it is, partner. I look like a prankster. First time I get stuck on a Charlie's Angels. Jane Bond. Great.
Jane Bond. So, This is a video game.
Sure is. I like his tie.
Is that you?
I guess that's gonna be a thing the entire game.
Also,
his tie.
His name... No. His name is Lazarus.
I could slide down this.
Yes, you can. Whee! So every time you see that... Also, I played this with almost no sound yesterday, so it might spook me out. So yeah,
Eternal Darkness 2.
Yeah, Eternal Darkness 2. It just goes to show you how much stronger the GameCube was than the PS2. They both came out around the same time, and Eternal Darkness looks 1,000 times better. PS2 was the GOAT because of the amount of games it had, but GameCube was a better system.
I mean, objectively, in terms of hardware, if you look at it, the PS2 is clearly the weakest of the three.
Yeah.
The GameCube was a weird one. The Xbox was definitely the strongest, but the certain utilization of the GameCube, I think, had the best graphics of the generation by a good bit.
Looks like a jukebox to me. Like a clown nose. Up. You did it.
Why did he just push a red button? Isn't that like the biggest no-no, like of anything? Like big, huge red button switch thing.
Whatever you do, Rocco, don't push the green button. Don't push the green button.
Is that a reference from Rocco's Modern Life?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't remember anything from that show other than the characters.
Well, it's coming back!
Is it actually?
Huh?
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's coming back in Pog form.
You should bring back Angry Beavers.
They made or are making, and it's almost done, a second Hey Arnold movie. Pretty hyped for that. I hope it goes like straight to Netflix or something. So yeah, we just let out a bunch of ghosts because that's good.
Talking about bringing back random 90s things. They randomly made an OVA for Yu Yu Hakusho that was like 40, 50 minutes long, and me and Jacob watched it. It was just terrible. Like, it didn't have any relevance at all to anything.
Huh.
Initiate backup power. Urgent. Initiate backup power.
Makes me wonder why they even tried.
So I'm pretty sure that voice is the one guy from Terminator 2. I forget what character he plays, but he's the African-American guy, the older guy. I believe that's him. I know on IMDb he's in it, and I believe that's him. So,
cool.
I mean, for a game that seriously seems like it has a pretty low budget, they got some decent voice actors.
I don't know.
What the hell's going on?
The lip syncing and the animation
What have you done
is a
down
little
here?
rough, but it's still pretty
Good, yeah.
Machine, well, it exploded. I just,
Oh, great.
I fell and I hit my head. I don't know. There must have been some sort of a gas or something.
What are you talking about? Lazarus? Hey, you okay?
Of course.
Yeah, my name's Lazarus. Of course I'm okay.
Okay, so you left me and then went down to the basement.
Don't move.
What are you doing?
I said don't move.
What is he looking at?
Da 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 da. So we're just gonna continue.
Initiate backup
Oh,
power.
of course.
This really does like give me like Eternal Darkness vibes a little bit with
It
the
doesn't.
weird camera
It
and the motion
doesn't
blur.
usually look like this.
It's probably that you're disoriented. I guess.
Oh, I guess they just said that he hit his head. Because it doesn't do this the rest of the game. Maybe it's just this part. Rip.
So is this like alluding that he's the only one that can see the ghosts, or that he just released ghosts and it just so happened that your partner didn't see it?
Yeah, I think she just was stupid and didn't see. So, we have our first ghost.
The That's a really weird design.
So what we need to do is we send that ghost back. Because...
Oh, are you telling me that bullets don't work?
Bullets do not work, but we'll be getting something else in a second.
Oh, that laser gun.
Yes, sir. So, it's pretty interesting. You press circle to enter... No, I'm sorry. You press triangle to enter hunting mode. You know, where you shoot around. You press circle to leave it. It's kind of intuitive and kind of not. The control is okay. There's one... You'll see it in a couple minutes. There's one thing... Overall, I'm having a pretty good time in this game. I'm a couple hours in. I'm definitely further than we're going to get tonight. But there's one thing that really annoys me about this game, and you'll see it in a couple rooms. It's so minor, but it really throws me off. So yeah, we just go back. Yeah. Also, the fact that this is your run, and it's like the run cycle is... Wish you could run faster.
Scanning. Intruder. Male. Caucasian. Supernormal sight. Suitable candidate.
Listen, this machine, it released something, a drug, or a gas. I was knocked down, and I know I'm seeing things. I just...
The AI
And now
said
I'm
supernatural
talking
sight or
about
something,
Jesus.
so
Yeah.
maybe he is special.
Captured.
I honestly don't know as much as far as story is concerned, because
No gas. No drugs. Ghosts.
Ghosts.
after you do this part, there's like a really heavy, like, gameplay parts.
Hey! Hey! Can you hear me?
Estimate. You can be heard in Texas. Advise composure. Initiating training. Recapture ghosts. Training essential.
Training? Where's my partner? What have you done with her?
No information. Recapture ghosts. Generate essential power. Costs none. Benefits. Spectrum
Costs
gate
none.
is opened. Woman found. Initiate training. Initiate training.
No, that's it.
Initiate
That's it. I'm
training.
out of here.
So we're gonna keep heading up. Luckily, there's gonna be no training. Ruh-roh. So we're gonna get the most important item in the game, the pulse rifle. And we're gonna pick up... Yeah, you need the grenade. Yep.
Ghost grenades, ghost...
So it's almost like a Ghostbusters kind of feel, except for a little more active.
Yeah, it's like, this game has a really weird,
Initiating basic
like,
training
atmosphere.
sequence.
It's like the ghosts that are pretty creepy and sci-fi?
And then...
Concur candidates enumerating strategy. Time is of the essence. Please listen. Your hunting must begin as soon as possible.
1.
In brief, your weapons are useless. You cannot kill that which does not live. However, you can contain the spirit.
2.
A grenade has two functions. Firstly, it will anchor a spirit into the realm of the living, allowing you to weaken it.
3.
And second,
4.
the grenade will capture a weakened ghost, trapping it in the array.
5.
Don't do it.
Recognized 9mm firearm. Recognized threatening stance towards a digital entity. Ally. Irrational response. Candidate functioning with excessive nervous energy.
Alright, so...
Excessive nervous energy now. Strategy. Hunt this ghost.
Hunt this ghost instantly. Okay, so yeah. So you press R2, and you throw the thing at it, and I don't know if you saw...
Oh wow, this is really like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. I think one breaks through here. So yeah, when you throw the thing at it, it kind of like brings it into the world of the living, I guess is the best way of putting it. And you can shoot ahead of time. Oh, by the way, these red things
Dude.
are life.
This really reminds me of Third Birthday on PSP. You know, like the third
Really? I
Parasite Eve
never
game.
played that one.
Because Parasite Eve, Third Birthday, is a weird game where it has the same like type of like camera, like behind the shoulder type of like kind of far out. But I remember the plot being like something that you have to like fight supernatural enemies, and it. I mean, Third Birthday is a horrible game, but
It's a shame because that's what I was looking forward to for the longest time.
yeah. It's been so long,
Oh.
so I might be completely wrong, but it does really remind me of it for whatever reason.
By the way, so this game is very British because he literally said, "If only I had a torch And literally, in England, torch means flashlight.
Yeah.
So this game is very, 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 very British. There's a couple other times where, like...
Which is
So
interesting.
here we go,
since-
ready? This is the thing I hate. How it changes angles like that to go in a room, it's the worst.
I mean, it's not very good, but I don't care enough.
Bleh. So pretty quickly, these ghosts become pretty tough. Oh, and if you can see the time there is the amount of time that it's going to be on the ghost. Like I said, you can, I believe, hurt the ghost without putting that thing on it. You just can't capture it until you put it on it.
So, you have ammo for that gun. Do you just, like, find ammo
Yeah,
for it?
I think when they dropped the blue things... Let me put it this way. So I got to, like, the 3rd stage yesterday, and at no point did I run out of ammo for this.
It just seems odd that they have this futuristic gun, but it still has ammo.
I should get the shotgun from the trunk of the car. No. I don't know when you use that, by the way, because, you know,
We fight only ghosts?
so far,
Maybe they mod it into, like, a pulse shotgun.
that'd be cool. Like I said, I'm not super far, but...
So you can't shoot the ghost before you latch the grenade
I'm
on
pretty
it?
sure you can. And look, all of a sudden I have like 120.
Oh, so you get ammo just from doing that?
Yeah, pretty much. And they give you very heavy hints as to where to go, like you saw the ghost was coming from up here. The next major stage is like way harder with a lot of crazy stuff going on, so this game ramps it up pretty quick. Also, this music is something. Oh, crap. So many times. There. Wait, what? There we go. Yeah.
Was there another one?
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Maybe that's why. You can also hold in the shot to get like a super strong shot, but I don't do that because I haven't yet. Boom! Let's go.
This game is definitely super unique.
It's very unique, which is why I'm surprised it's not like a $100 game. It's like $25. Like it just surprises me. Namco, mid-life of the PS2, something you don't see too often. Very unique and pretty good game. I mean, it's not excellent, but it's pretty
I
good.
don't know. Maybe like it just fell under the radar, or maybe it's a little bit too campy for like the. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, I guess it's not. It's
for
not
the people that are looking for like obscure titles that they want to be like, oh man, this. Maybe it's not serious enough.
This is the second Dumbledore.
Well, an unexpected pleasure. I owe my freedom to a beauty.
So clearly they made this game, I think, over in England.
Oh,
because
yeah, they are saying that
I am
she can't see him.
just
So the main character literally is the only one that can see the ghost. At least for right now.
See it.
You will only see the realm of the dead when I am part of you.
Please, don't.
Precisely why did you release me?
I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Just don't hurt me.
I don't know if this was done before
Why?
he ended up
Why would I hurt?
being Dumbledore. Because he wasn't Dumbledore in the first couple Harry Potter movies, so I'm not sure. Because this game came out in 2003. But it'd just be funny after taking such a huge role, and apparently he was a pretty big actor before that, being like, yeah, I'll do your video game.
All I am doing.
At a time in 2003, video games weren't like art.
Maybe
you know
it
what
was
I
just
mean?
a quick, easy paycheck that
Yeah.
they recorded for like a week.
What thing?
I want flesh.
Is that the generic like?
I honestly think it is. So
Dude, with his suspender, not really suspender, but with the back thing, kind of like looks like Nathan Drake a little bit.
yeah,
And this is like
Nathan Drake stole
5
this.
years before Nathan Drake. And I mean, if Third Birthday is similar to this game, like this is a game where everyone's still off of it.
I could definitely see it. I mean, that happens a lot in movies. Like, it's not necessarily the biggest movie. It's like the one that people are like, oh, you know what? Like, literally, like...
Oh.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he actually did it.
He did it. The madman.
You should get a saw. I think my biggest problem with the presentation of this game so far is that it runs like garbage.
It certainly does. Now there's... The next place you go is much less, like, graphically intensive. Where you at, boy? I feel like this game would be better on the GameCube.
If this game was on, like, the Xbox, I think the Xbox would be the best system. The bad thing about the GameCube is that it just has a garbage second stick.
That is true. Alright, so we got that guy. The whole deal with these guys especially is you just want to constantly be moving. They shoot relatively slow. And I don't know if you saw there, I didn't throw it right at him. It was, like, relatively close.
It seems like it, like,
It's pretty nice as far as that's concerned. So I think... If I remember correctly, I go up here. Wow, you walk upstairs like an old man. Yep, still at 100%. Baby!
Is that like health or something?
Yeah. Open. Stupid angles. I don't know, sometimes it's like tough. Alright, so we meet a new character here. For what it's worth, I'm not going to be reading any of these because, like, I legitimately can't read the handwriting. Like, it's very tough.
It probably also doesn't matter.
So...
Revenants, they use energy. Okay.
So, this is essentially like...
Astral form can be summoned from within wherever candidate finds a spectral rift.
Yeah, they'll explain it.
Beneficial strategy on occasion. However, I recommend that all due caution should be taken naturally. If my message should end, it means that the power has come to an end and all things will shut off automatically.
Astral form? What are you talking about?
Well, guess what? We about to find out. So, again, this game also has, like, a Geist kind of thing going on.
What the hell?
Yeah, this game has so much going on so far. Geist, or... What's the other game that did this? Second Sight, maybe? This was a big thing in the early 2000s, and then, like, now that we have the PS4 and this super powerful system that would be super fun, because Geist is the one where you can kind of just enter any enemy. You're like a ghost and you can just enter any enemy. It would be amazing on the PS4, and, like, they haven't made a game like this for 15 years, and you're like, but...
Well, look, it's not exactly easy knowing what to say, but you know, it's, well, it's been good to have you aboard. Fine.
So she helps you, obviously.
Just remember, I never exactly invited you inside me, okay? That was your thing, not mine. So anyway,
Wow,
feel free to just stay out and about, okay? I mean, people need their space, don't they? What? I don't understand. Jesus, don't just point at me. How was I supposed to know?
So he has his power because he has spirit in him, I guess? I guess that makes sense.
And that's... Oh, okay, cool. That's all three of those. Yeah, so that... I didn't actually catch that yesterday, but that makes sense. So her being inside you means that you get to see. However, we do need to use her real quick. Okay. After this cutscene, we need to use her real quick. So it kind of shows you what's going on. This is me, by the way.
She's literally like a fish swimming. This game is really weird.
It's very weird. I'm very glad I chose it, though. Okay, so then I get to here. And then I choose this ability. And this ability lets me, like, for a brief moment, become, like, physical. And, like, interact with objects. But you can only do it in that mode. And I only need to do it for that. I just needed to move that, I needed to move that elevator. Or literally, I think they call it lift. Like, at first I didn't know what I was doing, and, like, I was just walking around and I was like, use Astral to help move the lift. And I was like, the lift? The what? Son, this is Marika. Alright, so we're pretty much getting near the end of the first part. No. Like I said, the key is just constantly move and don't get caught in the corner. Because you a pleb. But as you can tell, I have much more ammo than when I first started. So I think the general thing, it's definitely not a speedrun strat, don't get me wrong. But the general thing, as long as you kill most enemies, then you get a lot of bullets. Yeah, I just got like 40 bullets from that.
Like, they give you so much ammo that it makes you wonder why they even made ammo a thing. I don't know.
There might be a point. I don't know. I'm probably about 45 minutes an hour past where I am now, which obviously I won't get that far. We got like a half hour more. But I've not come close to running out yet. But I guess if you would just go through and try to run away from enemies...
Yeah, that might be a good incentive. Although if you run away from enemies, you'll retain your ammo anyway.
So this is the first part where the game gets freaking hard.
The ghosts are so weird. They're like old, like medieval things with like crossbows and like shields. Just such a weird game.
So we want to clear those out first because they are soups in there. Don't be near me. You. And now that those are gone, we just kind of... We gotta get to the point where... Oh, there we go. That's exactly what we need.
What is he doing?
He's like, "Ma!"
That's a good dance.
Yeah. It's a very weird game. Oh, I feel like Namco is one of the only game... I guess they're publishers. I don't know who you know, designed the game, but Namco published a lot of games like Nano Breaker. I'm pretty sure that was Namco. And just other weird action RPGs for the PS2, or action, you know.
I mean, the best thing about the PS2 is that it sold so many hundreds of millions of units that they could fund these weird, obscure games that are going to be bought by such a low percentage of the install base, but still pull a profit, probably.
Accessing retort. I am digital. Get over it.
Oh.
Conversely, I severely regret all incoherence on my part and deletion of internal memory. Consequences of insufficient power. As to my primary functions, I am both guardian and guide.
Guardian and guide of what?
Guardian of the array, guide to ghost hunters.
You're a ghost hunter, son.
The array. It functions both as a prison for the creatures you capture and an energy source for many...
Literally looks like one of those old school jukeboxes.
That's what I said. It literally looks like that.
Whoa, easy, Chief. You expect me to believe all this junk is powered by some kind of spooky electricity?
That's right.
What you believe is of no consequence to me. What you do is all that matters, and what you have already done.
What I've done is go on a routine patrol, get trapped in an abandoned school, and see my partner get snatched, okay?
Is that all?
Uh-huh. Apart from a bunch of Twilight Zone crap.
Ooh,
No.
sued.
What you have done, Officer Jones,
La-
is foolishly empty
Lazarus
the array,
Jones.
set loose a force of ghosts
So
to run
good.
free and wreak havoc as before. One spirit has fused with your corporal form, gifting you with sight beyond the living. Consequently, you can redress the chaos you have created. Your duty is to hunt down the ghosts.
No, pal. My duty is to find my partner.
At last, a functioning Officer Jones. The woman's steel will only be returned when all the creatures are safe. You have fought already. No doubt you acknowledge the strength opposing you.
Some scar-faced worm boy.
He is only part of what you are up against, and was torn from the array by your own hand, Officer Jones, but you are proving to be a most promising candidate. The creatures you have captured are already strengthening us. Over here, the spectral gateways. Your endeavors and
Ah!
I suggest
It looks
you
like a
proceed
door
through
frame
and
ripped out of
continue to
drywall.
press
Yep.
and protective clothing. They will prove beneficial in the challenges.
Now you look like a ghost
Who the
hunter.
hell are you to tell me what to do? Your goddamn head in a box.
Whoa, teen.
I am guide to ghost hunters. Who am I to tell officers?
Even though this game doesn't have any like blood or anything like that, I'm just surprised that it's teen.
Professor. Wait,
Me.
He
murderer?
just.
Professor.
I know, that surprised me the first time.
Reference unrecognized. Professor Brooke, my creator, has the answer.
So yeah, as they mentioned earlier, that professor went crazy and killed 10 kids or whatever, I guess created that.
Moving through here.
A high probability.
Oh, hi.
But this gate will definitely take me to Steel.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Proceed now, please. Time is of the essence.
So, oh, and we get sniper rifle, which I have not used yet, but so let's check our ghost array. Okay, we got 5 revenants, 1 hammer knight, the steam man. Oh, we can literally mess with them. That's pretty cool. Get wrecked. Blue spook. Huh. Interesting. So I guess we can just...
A lot of pretty literal names. Hammer Knight, Crossbow Knight.
Yep. 100%. So this is the same stage that I was on, that I ended on last night.